Peace and blessings, family. I'm your brother in the struggle, Ali. And today we would like to cover DIY or do-it-yourself business credit. Step one is forming your own LLC or limited liability company or your own nonprofit. Now, I'm not talking something major, the big boy stuff, if you will. I'm talking about the basics. Now, I mean, how to, you could say get your foot in the door, how to crack that glass ceiling, now I mean, on these 10%, now I mean, so that you can get in where you fit in, if you will. Now I mean, step one, you have to form your own company. I would recommend, as I always do, form your own nonprofit. On the state level, that nonprofit, I'm basically talking to do-it-yourself formula. In fact, I'll give y'all both formulas. But step one, say do-it-yourself, which is my recommendation. It's easy for you. It's not really complicated. It's a little, confusing in certain little parts. But as far as getting a license and all that stuff like that, there you shouldn't really have no real problems. The hard part is a lot of stuff that I can't explain in a short video. I mean, but basically, you do want to do your own research. Do your own recon and warfare. You want to understand that it's going to take more than just forming a nonprofit. You want the 6 essential elements: who, what, where, when, how, and why. You're going to need your bylaws. You're going to need your minutes. You're going to need your mission statements. It's things that go on behind the scenes, like how to write the actual grant, where to write grants to, how to get your System for Awards Management number, your SAMS number, how to get your Dun & Bradstreet profile set up, how to, it's just a lot of little, but I don't want to confuse you with the mumble jumble. You know what I mean? My thing is, don't worry about crossing your T's and dotting your I's. You know what I mean? In fact, down the line, you can just email me at ministerali@gmail.com, and I'll give you some free tips and advice, you know what I mean, behind the scenes to help you help yourself, if you will. I mean, but basically, for brothers and sisters in the struggle, step one, you just want to get your state license. Pennsylvania, $125. You can operate worldwide with your nonprofit. You can register your nonprofit in Pennsylvania, and you can operate in Africa. You can operate in Chicago, operate in Los Angeles, New York, California, Mississippi, Tennessee, wherever you may be physically on the face of the planet Earth, covering 196,940,000 square miles. That said, you're going to need your state license and your docketing statement. It's like, technically, it's like 2 documents. You're gonna have to get your license, and then you're gonna have to explain to the government, like, who's responsible for, the annual tax reports. Like, who do we write to if we got a question about this nonprofit or this LLC? And basically, you put your name, your information, your address, your information goes in there. All right. So say you got your license. Boom. It only costs you $125. Probably take you like maybe an hour to no more than 3 hours, and putting in little pieces together for, depending on the person. Just it's more like understanding how the system operates. But the other thing is, you want to go on the IRS website, irs.gov, and you want to get your employer identification number. That's your EIN number. Okay. Now you got your license, you got your docketing statement, you got your IRS EIN number. Everything costs you only $125. Now, with those 3 documents, you go to any major bank in your area, something close by. You go to TD Banks, PNC, American, whatever bank. I'm not endorsing no particular bank. Maybe you know some black banks. Maybe you got a savings and loans. Who knows? Whatever. Whatever is your best interest and your best option. Weigh the pros and cons and look at your bottom line. Starting on a shoestring budget, you don't have that much money. The good thing is you're up and running with say, you got $200 to start your business. You say, okay, I got $125. I got all my paperwork in order now, and I open up the account with like $50 to $100. Put that inside the account name. Now, there's a lot of things you could do from there. You go to work, do your LLC. If you cut hair, cut hair. If you do landscaping, if you know how to paint, if you know how to make clothes, if you know how to do stuff online, whatever. Legally, you got your own license now. Now, you Afrocentric, Nation of Islam, you with the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, Salas Muhammad, you're a Nation of Gods and Earths, you're Pan-African, you would whatever. Now I mean, whatever, now I mean, you work with the Christian church, the Sooner, whatever. Now I mean, Supreme Angels. But now you're in position like, okay, I want to sell my own merch. I mean, I got T-shirts, whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, you go ahead and do your thing. But now you're legally licensed to operate anywhere in the world, basically. You know what I mean? With few exceptions. Some countries like, oh, we don't recognize you whether you got a license or not here. You know what I mean? But online, you can set up your website and you off and running. You know what I mean? Now, the benefits of all that is, it's not in your name. So any problems, they can't sue you individually, they can sue the business. You can file bankruptcy on the business. You can shut the business down. You lost $125. Know what I mean? But the good thing is, you get those 10 trade lines with Dun & Bradstreet with Uline. Now remember, it only costs you $125. You usually go to Walmart or to the supermarket or whatever, buy some toilet paper, some soap, deodorant, toothpaste. Now you buy this stuff from stores that report to Dun & Bradstreet. You do that for $50 10 times. That's $500 altogether. You bought stuff that you normally buy. You don't have to buy it at one time. If you can afford to, hey, it's faster like that. But if you can't afford to, say you just be like, okay, every time I get my check, I usually spend like $50 on cleaning supplies, Clorox wipes, toilet paper, baby Pampers, whatever you use it for. The good thing is, once you do that 10 times, you now have an 80 paydex score. You now have good business credit. You only spun $125 on your business. You only spun $500 in establishing your trade lines. So altogether, you spun under $700. Now, what happens now? Now you go on Capital One and you get the Business Spark card. So now you got a card in your business name in your pocket that says on it, say, $10,000. So now you got a Spark card with $10,000 on it. Now you can use that card to do more trade lines, and now you get the Savior card. So now you got another $10,000 card. So now you got $20,000 in your pocketbook or in your pocket or in your wallet or what have you on a business that costs you under $1,000. It takes money to make money. It's a capitalist system. You know what I mean? It's not the best system in the world. It's not the worst system in the world, but it's the one we living in right now. My thing is, as a soldier, you make the best out of a bad situation. You know what I mean? You utilize it. You know what I mean? The Master told us in our lesson, 17 ways for the Islamic culture, actions are judged by intentions. Whatever your niyat, whatever your intent is, maybe you want to help the youth. Maybe you want to feed the babies. Maybe you want to help the homeless, help themselves. Maybe you want to start a prison program, help the brothers and sisters in the belly of the beast. Maybe you want to help the elders. Maybe you want to stop the killings and the violence in the hood. Whatever it is, you're going to need money for your banners, your flyers, your rent, your mortgage, your beachhead, the food, the supplies, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's good to do for self. You know what I mean? It's good to make your own job if you're presently working for somebody else. Starting out, there's no shame in working for somebody else. I'll work at McDonald's, I'll scrub the toilet, I'll sweep the floor. The message told us how to make, get, and keep, and get a job. So you want to give what the message called, give an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. You know what I mean? So it's not that, you know, you're looking at the white man, it's like, whether you're working for a white man, a black man, a Chinese man, whatever, work hard. You know what I mean? Do extra. You know what I mean? Throw something extra in there for them. You know what I mean? Even if it's for low pay. But manage it wisely. Be a good steward over those finances, so that eventually down the road, you'll be like, okay, I saved my little nickels and dimes. I sacrificed my Starbucks coffee, got me some cheap coffee, some dollar store coffee, and was drinking that. But after 6 months, I was able to start my own business. You know what I mean? After 6 more months, I had $20,000 in my pocket. I took the $20,000 and I started 2 other businesses and got $20,000 on each one of those businesses. So now, 1 year later, I got an extra $60,000 in my pocket, in my wallet, or in females in your pocketbook. You know what I mean? And you only use 33% of that money, 35% technically. You know what I mean? But you spend no more than $30 off of every $100. Never go over $30. Less is more than being less. Now I mean, so if you got $1,000, if you got a $10,000 Spark card, do not spend more than $3,000 off that card, even if you need it. To try to don't go. That way you build more credit. and you get other cards, you get more credit. Now I mean, and in this system, now I mean, they be on the tip like rich people are rich because they know how to use debt. They not rich because they got money. They rich because they know how to use other people's money. That's the secret. That's the key. And that's how it works. Now I mean, you be like, I'm 60 years old. I'm 70 years old. I got a 30-year mortgage. Listen, you're in the here now, right now. You worrying about paying this house off 30 years from now. You might not be here 30 years from now. You might be here 30 years from now. But if you could get the equity out that house after 10 years, hey, now you living in the house, but you took the equity, took that money and got you another house and fixed it up yourself, paid people in the hood to paint it, to do the carpentry, the roofing, the plumbing, whatever. You fixed it up decent, it's habitable. Now you rent that out, you lease that out, and you own that. So now you're in a situation where you live in the same house, you still got that 30-year mortgage, but this other property is paying that mortgage, and you're bringing in an extra couple of $100, and you're able to keep doing that, rinse and repeat. Now I mean, so this is how capitalism operates in the United States of America. Now I mean, the key is turning the United States of America into the United States of Allah. Assalamu Allah. Till the next time, I'm your brother in the struggle, Ali. Assalamu Allah. Brief postscript, family, I forgot something I told you in the beginning. For those of you that be emailing me and calling and inquiring about some of the stuff you just don't understand, all right, the way we got that structured is the DIY, do-it-yourself formula I just gave you. You do everything yourself, it's $125. Everything, I'm gonna put some step-by-step stuff in here. If you feel as though you still need us to come in and do it for you, we have a markup of $75. So instead of you doing it yourself for $125, you just send us $200. And with the $200 for 40 days, we'll have everything done for you. And that's how you do that if you need us to do it for you. The way you do that is with our Cash App. It's NaalInstitute, the $ NAAL, the word Institute, INSTITUTE. Inc, INC. I'll put a link inside this video somewhere to clarify that, and put the business phone number in there. Don't be calling me, call the business. We got people that help us help ourselves. So that way it's not overburdening me. It's not going to take long. You'll get your receipt in like 48 hours. We'll get it up and running. You'll be done in 40 days tops. You'll have your license. Peace and blessings, family.